My Govanen Melonin, and well met indeed. I am Arakir Galadirthan, the head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer, and welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as the realm of Lothlórien. We are again fighting here in Khazad-dum, and we will again try and kill as many of these orky bastards as we can before we then retreat, and then we should only have to do this, I think, one more time after this occasion. We shall see. But for now, we'll get everyone into positions and we'll start shooting at the enemy. Oh, real flickering with the trees going on there. Really not enjoying that, was it? No one is firing any arrows yet. That's always annoying. Let's move them all forward again. Running the melee troops away. Down the hill we go. I record today from the practically oven-like temperatures of the three counties as I sit here in 34 degrees centigrade heat, which is I think around 94, 95 for those of you that are of the Fahrenheit inclination. It's bloody boiling, but I understand that everyone is bloody boiling, and the Japanese have even declared this apparently a natural disaster because it's claimed so many old people's lives. It's madness, really, that heat can claim a life, isn't it, when you think about it? But especially just this kind of heat. I mean, this is the kind of heat that we Brits escape to on our holidays. And here we are when we have it at home and we do nothing but moan about it. But then we would not be British if we didn't just moan through our teeth non-stop all the time. Right, anyway, everybody, bugger off. Oh, God, that was closer than I hoped. 7%, that's not bad. We took the general down by quite a lot. Right. Same plan as before. Get you all to go loose. Everybody run over there. Cavalry stand ready. Fire arrows as soon as you can. Now we're going to be in the shadow of the hill, which means they will have it for their advantage, which is a shame. And even though the trees flicker, I'm fairly certain they do count as trees. And so archers are actually much less effective here than they would be on a normal plane. You'll be pleased to know that the elite dwarf is the first of the modding team to really dive back into the to modding again. And his first project is to look into the trees and see if there's anything he can do about this flickering. So that's good. Tell you what, why don't we tell you... No, we can't. We can't. That's because Khazad-dum won't. I'm surprised Khazad-dum isn't their main target. He normally is. Well, everybody pull back a bit and then keep firing. Yeah, they're really keen to get someone over here. And then back again. Who is that they're closing in on? Oh, more Lothlórien archers. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to the girth in it. Oh, the Uruk bodyguard. No. Yes, you can kill them. If that moron has just rushed you. Oh, what an idiot. Oh, well, that was good. That's one of those happy surprises. None of you are actually engaged yet, are you?
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
They're really keen on those archers. The others are all getting their arrows off. Capture him! Capture him! Go, 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 go! We might win a cheeky break victory if we can get them. What are we on? 24%. We've lost 8% of our own, apparently, just from arrow fire alone. That's not good, is it? Let's curl you guys back up over here. Khazad-dum can take it. He won't die to arrow fire, but you probably are. Keep up your fire. They're firing now as well. I hope. Couple of shots off at least.
The battle is very much in our favour.
The orcs aren't really running though, are they? They're not. Ah, Girthinen got caught. Oh, bugger. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Get the cavalry out. They'll be able to do it. They're fighting. Run further. Göttingen. You'll probably win there, actually. I might let the Göttingen go for it. I'm not paying enough attention because I'm too intent on getting the general. There we are, they've got their target. Right, you guys have finished. Run away. Where are you going to withdraw to? That's the question. You guys have finished, also withdraw. Well, you haven't really, but...
Our men have captured the enemy general.
You don't really have
Guard
enough
him well
men.
and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
I want all of you to come here. Get Celeborn to go in front. You guys can just withdraw. Oh, they've won. Well
The
done.
battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
I wonder if we could use our cavalry to harass the enemy. Because it's now actually just turning, isn't it? Some Orc Raiders there. In fact, join up together and let's just try and smash them where we can. No, it's not really worth it, is it? Yeah, withdraw, withdraw, withdraw. Celeborn will take some down though.
Only
We'll fight
half
with
the
who we
enemy
can fight
force
with,
remains.
and we'll kill the rest. And we'll run away with the rest, sorry. So there's 39 Orc Archers there, they can be taken.
We've lost half of our men.
Yeah, but the ones that remain are the ones that will really do damage. %62% of the enemy has died. Of course, if we lose, all the enemies that we captured will be free. But if we can make them rout, then we can mop it up, and I think we can win this. Why aren't you capturing them? Oh, they're up against a heavy fight. Got a lot of units routing. No, I think we're going to win this now. Obviously, certain units are fighting on. Let's get rid of them.
Our army is tiring.
The cavalry and Celeborn should be enough.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
I don't know why they're not attacking them. They're literally just letting them run through. It's very annoying. Because now we're going to have to wait till because they're going to run away and then they're going to regain further and then they're going to come back and
smash the enemy.
How many are left? 91. But every time we hit them, they then rout again. Oh, come on, you buggers. Just end this.
Victory will be ours.
Just capture what you can there. Just capture anything you can there. Although maybe breaking through wasn't the best thing to do because they'll regroup when they get to the centre.
Our men are in command of the city. Our men no longer command the city.
Oh no, I think we're pretty much there. 23 orcs are fighting there. Don't really want to fight with the cavalry though. They're they will take losses. But Celeborn's so far away. Come on, finish this. There are any crappy orcs.
Our men have taken... Be awed by the victory we have won here today.
That is an excellent victory. 178 elves died and 2,494. That's madness. 411 killed by Celeborn. 321 by the Gurthinen. The scouts only got 259. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. In terms of the schedule, by the way, I bring good news. This week, as I say, there'll only be 3 videos, and the third one will be on Saturday. And that will be the other faction overview for this week. But then next week's videos will start off with the long-anticipated lore video of Legolas and Gimli. I'm not really sure what to do about it, though, because I've been doing all of the research for it, and I already knew fair bits, but obviously just nailing down more specifics. And obviously Legolas and Gimli certainly because he wasn't even alive before the end of the Third Age, but Legolas was almost entirely created purely to replace Glorfindel. He was written after The Hobbit, otherwise he would be in The Hobbit, of course. And so Legolas' story is just one that we all know. Like, there is nothing to find out about Legolas before the War of the Ring, because he doesn't do anything before the War of the Ring, because he was written for the War of the Ring. So it's a bit... I still think it'll be relatively lengthy, the actual video itself, but starting. Our actions have severely hurt our standing with our kin, but we shall prove through might that they are not needed. Damn right we will. Right, hopefully then we should now be able to train our own elites. We won't be able to train them right now because they require the barracks event, but they should now be available sometime in the future. Do we need to repair anything? No, we don't. Oh, we've got Karas Galathon back. All the effects are forgotten. We can't do anything at the moment anyway, because of course we have no money, and we now have to wait a ridiculous amount of turns to get anything back. Oh dear. Oh, hello. Vanimon. Get ready to cross the river. You're no use to us in there. Are you free upkeep at the moment? Oh, yes you are. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, retrain. Oh, Akhnodiorn looks like it wants to be taken back, doesn't it, High Marshwarden Haldir? Yes, it does, he says. Ah, oh, Captain Avgaz, I'm terribly sorry, but your army is weak and pathetic. I have been reading the comments. I haven't replied to too many yet, but I've been reading all of the comments over the past few videos. And one of the comments from, I believe your name is James Wood, and I apologise if it's not, but I think it is because it always reminds me of James Woods, of course, because it's one letter away. And he expressed disdain, not disdain, but he suggested that perhaps the house rules in this against Dol Guldur are perhaps unnecessary, because all they are doing is really eking out a battle that should be a simple victory for the elves. And thus far hasn't been, because of course with the house rules in place I can't group all of my generals together, and so I can't use perhaps the greatest strategy of killing Dol Guldur. And so Dol Guldur are then lasting much longer than they should, which means we're not seeing the point of these total war campaigns is to see nations take on nations they wouldn't otherwise fight. And in our case, that is, of course, Rohan and more specifically the Anduin, or not, that doesn't make sense, is Rohan and the Anduin, who we plan on attacking once we've finished with Dol Guldur. But of course, Dol Guldur are taking so long to kill because of the house rules that this campaign, which is now I think we're in double digits in terms of how many episodes are out now. And they have all been us fighting Dol Guldur, which is exactly what you would do if you played as Lothlórien normally. So I do agree that the Dol Guldur fighting is taking longer than it should. And it is unfortunately going to take a while longer because Dol Guldur is a true powerhouse. And it's difficult to beat them as the elves. But as the last vestiges of the defenders of Akhnodiorn go down, we take the town with nay a loss. Ah, there he is again, Húrin, staring with eyes wide and fear and disbelief on his face as he sees the events of Beleriand unfold before him. I believe he's on a throne atop the Thangarodrim, which are the 3 mountains above Angband. Angbad? I think it's Angbad. It is Angbad. Do you know what Angbad means in Sindarin? I don't know if it is a Sindarin word, but if it is a Sindarin word, it means iron home.
We've defeated their wretched armies.
Claim it for the free peoples.
No, it doesn't. No, that's what Angmar means. Iron home. From Ang, iron, and Bar, home, and it's then mutated to, which is a tool Tolkien often uses to make Sindarin flow better.
Scout the area. Scatter them. Lay it to ruins.
You know what I'm going to try here is I'm going to try and auto-resolve this. You are joking!
There's still time to save up.
Right, well that's a lesson learned, isn't it? Don't auto-resolve. Oh, of course, Rumil doesn't have archers, does he? He's good, then, of course.
I will defend my people.
Vanimon, you have sentinels. You're going to be who we send
For
north.
the light, elves.
Rumil lost those other defenders, but that's alright. That army there's a bit of a pain, isn't it?
My blade.
But Amunlank is still in the hands of rebels, and that is good for us at the moment. Could do with getting troops out to Aknorion, other than it doesn't get free upkeep. End the turn! If they attack Rumil, we'll just retreat. I'm sure he'll make it back to our lands safely. Oh, Anduin going on the offensive. Playing it very aggressively. Very aggressively indeed. Good God, it's warm. And of course I record these episodes, I shut the windows when I record these episodes so that you don't get the noises from outside and so that people outside in the street just can't hear me talking to myself. But it just turns this room into a little heater. Little oven. Now, lessons learned. Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do this time, is we are going to auto-resolve, and if we lose, we're going to save scum. Because we really should be winning those battles. I shouldn't have to be fighting those battles. Hasn't proved there, it's fine. You can be wanted with your generals, as I'm sure you are all aware, because they will replenish. The plans in the modding world, I'm not sure if I mentioned, when we all do kind of eventually settle and return to our various roles, the plan is to liven up the rosters of Enidwythe and Dunland so that the 2 factions stand out from one another better. Because at the moment they are a little similar, and Hummingbird has got grit in his teeth, and or the bit in his teeth rather, and he's on a mission to make them better.
If only I could.
You can't get there. I don't know why it's just told me to send you over there. But then we'll get troops. Why am I bothering about this? I always cheat diplomats. Istuion. Show. Cursor. Stat. Move. Character. I haven't spelled character properly. Character. Istuion. Is that your name? 245. 377. Ah, yes, Imlad has reached. Perfect.
My lord.
Oh, you're being besieged. Oh, that sucks. Have you got the towns down there, maybe?
Your orders. Without question. Tomorrow's journey planned out.
We'll find out. We've got 5
Stopping
turns.
here.
Right, so of the wars in the north,
I'm
no pun
gonna
intended,
stick you.
we don't really want High Marchwood and Haldon near there. And what we want is we want Rumil in there.
Over here, elves. By the light of Elbereth.
Haldir.
Come, my brothers. We will
Oh,
need
you
that
could get sellswords. 1,000 gold coins. Goodness gracious. They're bloody costly, aren't they?
light of Elbereth.
We haven't earned any, haven't retrained any troops yet. We haven't got the money, but we will now have the money. This will be the first turn of us having the money. We do want troops. I'm tempted to try and recruit some of them. Oh, and you definitely try and recruit those. That can be this turn's money.
Yes,
Vanimon, you just hang there. See what Dol Guldur do.
Elves.
High Marchwood and Haldir. Oh, we could plunge you even deeper. We could try. We could try.
onward.
Although sending generals on their own is often a recipe for utter disaster, but we'll try and send him out. I'm not as bothered if I lose Rumil. No one really knows who Rumil and is it Orofin? Yes, it is, isn't it? They're mentioned in the books, yes, but they play a really minor part. They're the brothers of a minor Lothlórien character anyway. Haldir, of course, in the films is given quite a large role because the elves come to Helm's Deep. But in the books, the elves don't go to Helm's Deep. And Haldir is actually a really minor character. He's like one of those like 3-page mentions kind of characters. He really is a nobody. And it's only because of the film that we know him for this amazing warrior that he is. Now I think the game will make us lose this battle. It's interesting to note that they're resorting to their like mercenary style units already, which is good. But I don't expect we will win this, not by a long shot. Remember, Haldir has rangers, not the elite warriors that Celeborn has.
Against us. We must act and halt this turn of events.
But what Haldir does have is the ability to shoot his arrows at them and then run away. So that's what we hope to do. We just want to kill as many as we can. They've got javelins though, so do be careful. It's very snowy, isn't it? Goodness, it's very bright. Well in. Nah, run further. Let's turn that off and we'll just control you ourselves. We're going down to that corner over there, so... 16% of them have died. No, they've got quite a lot of speed, haven't they? No! We lost 3! If I run you to this corner and you don't run away from this corner, I'll be very disappointed. Oh, I can't withdraw you! No! No! Because he has no movement points.
Battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
We now need... excuse me, sorry. Haldir has to break of his own choice, or he is about to die.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
I don't want to lose Haldir.
Pray something changes in the course of battle, for defeat seems almost certain.
We're not going to lose Haldir. Yes, he did! Oh, Haldir, you absolute boss! And there I was quitting and trying to make up some reason to reload it and then lie to you all in a recording. Whereas now I could just cut out that bit where I didn't speak and he survived. Oh, that's bloody good, isn't it? Oh, that's phenomenally good, in fact. I'm very happy with that. Very chuffed with that. Oh dear. I was so disappointed that he was going to go because of my stupid mistake. I was genuinely going to back out there. I shouldn't really say this. I was just going to back out. I was going to reload it, save scum it, try and cut it so it looks like it flows naturally, and then just auto-resolve.
Yes. What is it you...
But we didn't have to do that, so that's good.
Acceptable. Another proposition for us then?
Obviously, if I lose a general in the course of like a battle or something like that, I will face up to it. But if it's because of something stupid like that, where he should be able to retreat, and he can't because of the game's ridiculous limitation, I am just going to reset. I mean, the reason I say this is a ridiculous limitation is because he then ran away on his own anyway. So why couldn't I tell him to run away, but I could if I just exited out? It just makes no sense, does it? It's utterly nonsensical. And of course it is because you could just run away forever. So they could catch you, it will say, oh, you don't have the ability to run away. So instead, you then go into the battle and manually run away. Ad infinitum, and thus your armies can never be captured.
Journey planned out.
And that's obviously why they do it, but it doesn't change it from being bloody annoying. I want to really stick here with the retraining, which we should be able to do, but it's because obviously they've put the money into these two first. But once this army retrains, we'll send Celeborn back out.
Come, my brothers.
I'm thinking...
Sire.
Celeborn is better to go out on his own, because he's a much better all-round general. Haldir's a good leader of men, or of elves, but he's not actually that good on his own because he's got no melee follow-up.
Be wary.
But those 2 extra units of archers we just got sent would
Elven warriors.
suit very... Oh, hold on. I was going to say,
Yes, my
that isn't our capital anymore, is it? Unfortunately, Vanamon has 1 command star, which means he can only control 2 units. One of those units is his own bodyguard, meaning he can only actually have 1 extra unit. So he's of no use to us, really.
Swiftly.
But get those in there. That's only blacksmith upgrades. But then they're going to take a turn to retrain anyway. No, but they'd be added if they could. Have we not got a proper town hall? Hall of Culture. 4 recruitment slots. Yeah, we've only got 3 recruitment slots. We need them to replenish a bit. But then we have got 3 pretty much full units there. They're only gaining 1. Alright, so 126 of you start the march.
At ease.
Kellerborn, you go to take them to...
Reinforcements. Elves, we must give up the road. For the light.
Those 24 of them
For
as
the
well.
light.
It would be better to... but then it won't do that. I'm thinking get rid of those. Send them to Lim here, where they can then retrain in 1 turn, and you cheat the system massively, and you get a unit of 8 experienced archers ready to go. So in 1 turn, Kellerborn the Conqueror. Oh, the Conqueror of Karas-Galathon. What a name. Especially for the general who actually kind of is the governor of Karas-Galathon. Right, that should do us. We can't have 2 generals in 1 place. Do we want Rumil or do we want High March Warden Haldir in there? Whoever stays, if you lose your battle, you're going to die.
Stick you.
I tell you what we'll do. Charge you out, auto-resolve, clear defeat but you kill some. Send you back.
Have a taste of my blade.
And then do the same thing
Light
again.
of Elbereth.
Oh yes, Haldir, you monster!
We've defeated their wretched armies.
Follow me.
Trickery! But it worked. Now end the turn. Come at me, you bastards! Dirty Dol Guldur. I mean, the one thing I was... following on from the thing about James Wood saying about how we're just fighting Dol Guldur, we're 50 turns in, we're still only fighting Dol Guldur. It will actually now mean, though, that our enemies will be slightly stronger. If we were to, for example, attack the Anduin immediately upon the start of the campaign, we would find them to be an absolute doddle. They would capitulate straight away. It would be a very easy victory. Because their early tier is even worse, arguably, than Dol Guldur, because they can't get as many of them out. So whilst their early tier units, stat for stat, are probably better than Dol Guldur, they can't train as many. They haven't got the infrastructure or the vast manpower, the machine of war that is Dol Guldur. So they would fall easier. No 2 ways about it. Right. Perfect, let you guys stand ready. You can have a unit of archers as your bodyguard. I'd rather have the cavalry in the army.
Swiftly.
So, archer units going over there. You...
For the light.
Oh, you're not retrained yet, are you? I want you... The Girthnen. No, I won't take the Girthnen.
This is the way.
Take the most that we can muster for now. Or the...
Come, my brothers.
You guys start
Elves,
press
we
up
must
that
give
way.
up the road. I will defend my people.
They got Amun Lank back, but hopefully they lost some troops in that.
For the light.
Yes, my lord.
127 of you join Vanimon.
Swiftly.
One of you will stay behind as a defender, the other one
I
will come alone.
defend my people.
Skirt you round to the north.
I'm gonna
Zogrul, we're going to do the same thing again.
Scatter them.
There's still time to say.
By the light of Elbereth. Take it for the elves.
There are too many. We'll need.
There aren't too
taste
many.
of my blade.
Their numbers are dwindling. I think one thing that I may do is, in this instance, I'm not going to actively deprive myself purely so I don't have 2 generals in the same army. So if my generals get caught in a town, or in this situation where they happen to both be here because one retreated there, I will allow myself to leave them both there to fight. However, if I was, for example, if Rumor was in here alone and Haldir was over here and he hadn't retreated, I wouldn't then move him in there to defend it, so I had 2 to defend it. But because he has moved back there himself, having from losses, I will allow it as a kind of last stand-esque thing, rather than an active deprival. Also because I do quite strongly agree with Mr. Wood that the campaign would be much more interesting if we can... let's do that. Actually, I don't know why I didn't think of that. If we can change our enemy. So the quicker we can mop up Dol Guldur, the better. But what we'll do now is end the episode. But before that, we'll have a little look around the world. So, Rune is pretty much out. Mordor have really crushed them. Quite the defence at Mataram there. They still hold Ostin Aru, that's quite good, but Dorwinion gaining power. Remember, this is a total war campaign, so anyone can be allied to anyone can be at war with anyone. Oh goodness, the Ardenaim are really crawling up that coast, aren't they? Harad cut in there. Gondor haven't really lost any ground to anyone, other than Eastern Osgiliath. But I'm fairly certain that Gondor are at war with Rohan, yes they are. Who are also at war with the Dominion of Isengard. So Rohan have probably eased off from Gondor as Isengard is ploughing into their heartland. Dol Guldur themselves have a very narrow strip, actually, which I didn't realise. And so, their army is in the trees there somewhere. Oh no, let's move up there. I think Dol Guldur are soon to go. They really are. They've got a lot of provinces out here, yes, but these aren't provinces that are doing them any favours. These are not recruitment centres. And so by taking Roskabel and Amun Lank, for example, we then shut them down to basically only coming in through the forest. Or that single track up from the south, which is why Dor Norhak would be very advantageous. But we are going to push for Amun Lank. We need to stop them. They can't have Amun Lank. That's our goal. That's what the army here is going to do. And hopefully as well, Vanimon's unit can go south and meet up with Celeborn, and then he'll take the extra unit there and go to Roskabel. Who else are Dol Guldur at war with? Oh, bloody everyone. Woodland Realm, Rune, and Anduin. So they really have got problems all around. And Varfest must have fallen... Yeah, Dol Guldur have taken that from Rune. But Rune, of course, are at war with Mordor, as I've already mentioned. So we're now at war with Mordor as well. And I think Mordor and Dol Guldur have probably allied. Yes, they have. And so's Dorwinion. So Dol Guldur don't have Dorwinion to worry about. It's only Anduin who are pressing on their north, and the Woodland Realm who's pressing on their even more north. Yeah, there's Thranduil himself. But in the rest of the world, Bree not really done out. Ered Luin not done too much yet. Anduin have just been mopping up rebel provinces. Interestingly, the Dunedain have got Bardi Donyonak, which they don't really get. 3 rebel provinces still here in the middle of Eriador, or northern Minhiriath. And Bura Monarchis is rebel as well. That must have rebelled against the ownership, the runic ownership. But there we are, that's everything. So hopefully Dol Guldur, I should have just pressed up. Hopefully Dol Guldur will fall soon. They don't have too much really in the grand scheme of things. If we can take Amun Lank and we could move up to the one that's here that means Spider's Home or whatever, I can't remember the name. That castle there, that's the 2 major points of Dol Guldur's strength, really. If we can take those, we're golden. But for now, that will be all. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And until we speak again, dear friends, Navar Naden Pedamad Melunin, and farewell.